So what's up YouTubers, welcome to another video on the channel, and today we are playing first Descendant as I usually do sometimes. And today we are taking a look at basically a build for the character Hailey. As you all know, Hailey is basically a shield character. Her main focus is shield or frozen or whatever you want to call it. You can basically get her from doing the infiltration stuff, where you find it in the beginning and you go in here and you basically go in here and you basically do one of these, and then you can get these kind of, you have 25% chance of getting her stuff. So you can basically unlock her, and I unlocked her, and I wanted to show a build on her. And basically the build that I have been doing a little bit or playing with is this one. I have a very nice mob build as well. I might do a video on that. I think it works pretty good for mob in general, like when you do these infiltrations missions. So what do we have on the boss build? We have skill concentration, which is the skill critical hit damage. We have and that's 115%. Then we have the shield skill power plus 81%, and then we have the increased HP just for the HP basically. Skill insight is skill critical hit rate, so we get that up a bit. Then we have emergency measures, skill critical hit rate there as well, plus the skill critical hit damage. Then you have this one, but it's basically just for getting more points to level up your build. Front lines, you have the skill critical hit damage, and you have the glacial sanction. There's also critical hit resistance, shield skill power, since she is a shield skill Descendant. Then you have the dangerous ambush as well here, but basically it's super good if you're landing a skill attack when the enemy is not on you, or if you get the enemy down, you actually add 50% to your skill power, which is huge. Then you have the spear and shield, basically just increase skill power a little bit, and the defense, which can be good if you're playing a boss where you actually need some kind of defense and you can't really get the boss down on the first try, or when you play her or the boss taking it down. So that's basically how it looks here. You can probably drop in something else, maybe some shield, some resistance to some elemental stuff, or maybe you can put maybe nimble fingers if that is possible to get the skills cooldown even more, or you do some kind of skill power modifier here, so you get even more skill power. As you can see, this is focused. This is mostly gonna present you up on skill critical hit rate and skill critical hit damage. So that's basically what I focus on. So now I'm going to show a little bit what I run with this. Then I run a Slayer set. I had a frozen singularity reactor to it. So I have that, and that actually increases my sub power. So basically my sub power is very strong on this one. It's a very strong on this one. So if I upgrade this one more time, which I'm probably going to do, the frozen reactor, then I have very nice percent on those sub attack as well. I have some legendary, but I usually have the assault rifle equipped, and then I get all the boosts, so basically a boost for it. So that's why I usually use this one. So yeah, you have the Slayer set, and the Slayer set I think most of people use this set because when you have at least 4 sets, you get skill power 26%, so it adds a lot more damage to your powers, basically. So I think that's why a lot of people run this. And it's also pretty decent, good stuff for the DPS, since you have more general rounds and rounds per magazine. The Toad skill cost is a little bit more than, but then you also have the Taud, which is probably better for the Volby character, but still you want that skill power, so that's why we run this one, Slayer set, that you can get from one of the hard bosses. I can't remember which one, but well, it's one of them. So how do we try it? We can try a boss with this build, and I can show you that, and then you will see how it works. Hopefully my mic sounds good now and it doesn't take up a lot of my computer in the background. It did last video, so it was kind of annoying, but hopefully that works better now. Nvidia and electronic stuff in general, electronic stuff in general has a tendency to just change every time you start a computer, like restart a computer. It's so stupid, it's so odd. I think it's because there's so many updates today that basically every day is a new day, because everything updates all the time. It's getting to the point I feel like it's pretty ridiculous how unfinished stuff they release, whether it be games, products, apps, or whatever. But that's an whole other video. But we're gonna do a boss here with this build, and Pyromaniac I love, and it's pretty fun to get him down, so I think we're gonna do this one. You can probably do whichever one you want here. The Molten though, this one you can probably also just solo, pretty much. This one those requires that you co-op with people, and I'm not really a co-op dude, so I like the ones where you just have to just put out damage and you can finish them off yourself. This stuff, some of them have some kind of, this one for example I think has some kind of mechanics, but this one has a mechanic that is kind of annoying, so I haven't done that one yet. It's kind of a ridiculous boss in my opinion. So maybe I find a random group that I actually can do this one with. You have to do it a certain way. Because it's kind of still hard to get it down. He goes into frenzy mode usually before you have time to have him down on like with the damage. Maybe if you have a super OP build you can do it, but yeah. But let's go ahead with the Pyromaniac here and show. So we're gonna start an intercept private. And the thing you can do on this guy is just hit him in the stomach. We see if we get a good hit, and then you can just finish him off with shooting him in the head basically. Because when he's down, you know, you have the dangerous ambush module, which means that you will do a hell a ton of damage, frozen damage. So you can basically start the frozen already when you are in like this. And as I said, like I have pretty good sub power on this one, so that means that even if I do the second power there, I'm still going to do a ton of damage and most likely get him down if I hit him good. So he's spawning now. If I hit him in his stomach, he usually goes down, so he did go down, and then you just... That was a pretty bad hit for me, but I hit 6 in there, so... As you can see, it's a pretty OP build. It's always like when you snipe and stuff, it is usually about where you hit, if you hit the weak spot or not. As you saw there on the last one, I just hit like a bad spot, and then you just hit the 1 mil, 1.5. If you hit a good good one, you usually hit for 8. That is in the beginning. When I get him down, I think I need it for 8, 9, 10 or something. I had one build before as well when I hit a really hard one, but there I hit so many millions. But it could have been a normal as well, so I don't know if it was on hard even. Hard is still, even if you hit 10 million or 12 million on hard, is pretty good. Because the damage you do on hard bosses compared to normal is really different. So yeah. But that was, what was it, 1 second? Maybe not 1 second, but it was very fast. We're gonna take the material here. I think I'm going for that one or that one. I'm trying to get like the nano blueprint. I always get wave of light on this. It's insane. I got like 20 wave of light. Insane. But let's return to the Albion and end the video there. I'm going to show you the build one more time before I end the video. But I love this build. I also have a mob build for this one. I can show a little bit maybe. But I think I will do another video for that mob build. It works for 400% infiltrations as well. It works for pretty much everything. So But we can show the build one last time before we end the video, and yeah. So here is the boss build. It's skill concentration, shield specialist, increased HP, skill insight, emergency measures, long distance maneuvering, front lines, glacial sanction, dangerous ambush, and spear and shield. And you can probably throw in something here as well if you want something special there. I just have a malachite there, so I might do, if I want to do 1-2 more catalysts on this, I can probably bounce in something there. You can't have too much of the same module, so you have to kind of, there may be one certain module I can put there without having too much of many, so to say. So we see. But yeah, that was the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show, and should we end with some kind of emote? Yes, we clap. See you later. Peace out.